So good morning students. Today we will discuss about, yesterday we had talked about the structure of eukaryotic cells. Okay, structure of eukaryotic cells. Okay, so what are the important cells we had talked yesterday? The difference between the plant cell and the animal cells. Okay, that is in the plant cell there is a presence of plastids cell wall. In the animal cell, that plastid cell walls are absent. In plant cell, there will be presence of a large food vacuole. Here in the animal cell, there will be presence of many number of small vacuoles. So all that things we had studied. So today we will see about their structure. What is the difference in the structure of what? Plant cell and the animal cell. See here. This is, I am saying here about the animal cell. This is the animal cell. Okay, see here, first, this is the plasma membrane. What it is? This is the plasma membrane, which is enveloping or a cell membrane. This we can call it as the cell membrane or plasma membrane. And here, this is enclosing what means, that is a fluid matrix will be there in the cell, and that fluid matrix in the cell is known as the cytoplasm. What it is known as? It is known as the cytoplasm. And in the center of the center of the animal cell, okay, there is a presence of one important cell organelle. The name of that cell organelle is nucleus. This is the nucleus, which is located at the center of the cell. And this nucleus will have the genetic material, and that genetic material means that is the chromosomes. That within the chromosome there will be presence of genes, and within that genes there will be presence of DNA. Okay, and here there is a presence of one more condensed structure, which is known as the nucleolus. And this structure is the nucleus. Okay, and here this is enveloped by what? By the nuclear membrane. What is this? This is the nuclear membrane. Okay, so here you can see a boundary or an envelope or a layer just above the nucleus. This red color line is representing the membrane above the nucleus, and this membrane is known as the nuclear membrane. What it is known as? It is known as the nuclear membrane. Okay, then above this nuclear membrane there is a presence of a network of reticular structure. What are that? This is the network of reticular structure, and this structure, which is in the form of tubule, there is a network of tubules which are just arranged just above the nuclear membrane, and they are known as the endoplasmic reticulum. And here, this endoplasmic reticulum, it's of two types. How many types? It's of two types. If the surface of the, here I will explain you, this is the endoplasmic reticulum. Okay. If the surface of the endoplasmic reticulum is not there, it's a smooth. Okay. There is, see, this is one more endoplasmic reticulum on which you can see there is a presence of ribosomes. What it is present? There is a presence of ribosomes. The surface is rough. Where? In this endoplasmic reticulum, and here the surface is smooth and there is no presence of any ribosome. So this type of endoplasmic reticulum is known as the rough endoplasmic reticulum. Okay, where there is a presence of what? On the surface of the endoplasmic reticulum, if there is a presence of what? Ribosomes. Okay, these are the ribosomes. So, if there is a presence of ribosomes on the surface of the endoplasmic reticulum, which is forming a rough surface over the endoplasmic reticulum, that is known as the rough endoplasmic reticulum. One more endoplasmic reticulum you can see here, that is the smooth endoplasmic reticulum. What it is known as? This, where there is no presence of ribosome and it forming a smooth surface, and that is known as the smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Okay, that is the smooth endoplasmic reticulum. So here you can find on some of the endoplasmic reticulum there is a presence of some ribosomes, and then we can call it as the rough endoplasmic reticulum, RER. In short form you can write here. And one more, this is the smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Okay, except these, there is a presence of certain cisternate or tubular structure which are parallelly arranged. Okay, what is that cell organelle is known as? Let's see. What is that cell organelle is known as, which is stacked parallelly just above the nucleus? See here. This is one more cell organelle, and here they are present first of all in the tubular form, and one more that is in the vesicular form. So what is that cell organelle is known as? Means this cell organelle is known as Golgi complex. What it is known as? It is known as the Golgi complex, or it is also known as the Golgi apparatus, which was named by a person who has invented, or a scientist who has discovered this Golgi, means that is the Camillo Golgi. Okay, that's why he named on his name, that is the Golgi complex or Golgi apparatus. And except there, this tubular structure, we are calling it as the Golgi apparatus, and whatever the vesicles, the spherical shaped structures are there, that we can say it as the, call it as the Golgi vesicles. What we can call? We can call it as the Golgi vesicles. Except these, one more cell organelle is there, which is membrane bound cell organelle, and which is a powerhouse of the cell. What is that cell organelle which is a powerhouse of the cell? Means that it is the see here. These are the powerhouse of the cell, and what are they? Means they are the mitochondria. What they are? They are mitochondria. And except these, there will be presence of certain what we call certain small spherical structures which are also known as the protein factory of the cell. And what are the protein factory of the cell here is which is totally distributed or scattered in the cytoplasm. And what are that means? That is the ribosomes, which is meant for the synthesis of protein. That's why we are calling it as the protein factory of the cell. Except these, what are the other cell organelles which are present over here? Means, see here, one of the important cell organelle, that is the this is one more cell organelle, okay. It is mainly meant for the cell division in the only in the animal cell, not in the plant cell. And the name of that particular cell organelle is centrioles. What it is? That is the centrioles, which is lying just above the nucleus or just below the nucleus. So they are, how they are arranged? They are arranged in a perpendicular manner. Okay. Then except these, there will be presence of certain membrane bound cell organelle, that is we can call them as the which secretes an hydrolytic enzyme. And these cell organelles are known as lysosomes. What they are known as? These cell organelles are known as the lysosomes. And except these, there will be presence of so all these things about what? About the animal cell. And here in the some of these micro bodies will be there in the animal cell. They also perform a various function in the animal cell. What are that micro bodies or the inclusion bodies? Means that is the peroxisomes. Some structures will be there which is present in the cell, such as the peroxisomes. Okay, so this is about what? Animal cell. Now listen here. First of all, this is the animal cell, which is enveloped by a membrane, that is we can call either cell membrane or plasma membrane. And here there is a presence of a fluid matrix in which all the cell metabolism will take place. And what is that fluid matrix? Means that is the cytoplasm, okay, which plays a very important role in the cell, because all the chemical reaction or whatever the reactions is going to take place, that will take place in the cytoplasm. Then except this one, there will be present at the center one membrane bound cell organelle will be located in which contains a genetic material, and that is the nucleus, which is enveloped by a membrane that is known as the nuclear membrane. See, this is the nuclear membrane, this structure you can see, that is the nuclear membrane. Above this nuclear membrane, there is an formation of some tubular structures which are present in a network form, and they are known as the endoplasmic reticulum. And on that, on some of the surface of the endoplasmic reticulum, there is a presence of certain ribosomes, which are the protein factories of the cell. And that if there is a presence of ribosomes on the cells, on the endoplasmic reticulum, then it is known as the rough endoplasmic reticulum. Okay, if there is an absence of ribosomes on the surface of the endoplasmic reticulum, then it is known as the smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Okay, the next term here, except this one, there is a presence of certain membrane-bound cell organelles which are known as the powerhouse of the cell or mitochondria. Okay, the next there is a presence of Golgi apparatus of Golgi complex. Along with that, there will be presence of certain spherical structures which are known as the Golgi vesicles. The next except this, there is a presence of ribosomes. Okay, then except ribosomes, there will be presence of peroxisome and lysosome. Okay, so all they are, and one more very important thing, that is the presence of structure, that is the centrioles. Here the centrioles which helps in the cell division. So all these things about the animal cell. So did you understood? So this is what? This is the structure of what? Animal cell. So next we will see the structure of plant cell. Okay. Next that is about the plant cell. So we will see about the plant cell. Okay, so you can see there is a presence of a black color line or black color cell envelope. This cell envelope is the cell membrane. What it is? This is the cell membrane. Okay, then above the cell membrane you can see one more red colored thick layer or a thick envelope. What it is means this is the cell wall, and just below the cell wall there is a presence of a membrane which is enclosing the cytoplasm of the cell. What it is means that it is a cell membrane. What it is? That is the cell membrane. And here, except this, there is a presence of a large vacuole. Okay. First of all, this is the cell membrane. Above this cell membrane, there is a presence of a thick layer or a cell wall. So you can see this cell wall. This cell wall only in the plant cell. This cell wall is absent in the animal cell. Okay. So here what it is? A presence of a large vacuole which occupies around 90% space of the cell. What it is? That is the vacuole. Okay. So see here, this is the large central vacuole. Okay, which is present at the center of the cell, and here this vacuole which will store the food. Okay, and here it's occupying around 90% space of the cell. And here in the plant cell, as you had seen in the animal cell, that there is a presence of a nucleus at the center of the cell. But here in the plant cell, this nucleus is not present in the center. Instead of nucleus, here there is a presence of what? There is a presence of a large central vacuole. And where does this nucleus will lie? Means the nucleus will lie at the peripheral region. This is the nucleus. Okay, this is the nucleus, and this is the nucleolus. Okay, and this are the which is envelope, as you know that this nucleus is enveloped because it is a eukaryotic cell. It is enveloped by a membrane which is known as the nuclear membrane, around which there is a presence of certain reticular or reticular tubular structures which is present in the form of network. Okay, so what it is? That is the endoplasmic reticulum. You can see here on some of the endoplasmic reticulum there is a presence of ribosome, to which we are calling it as the rough endoplasmic reticulum. Okay, the next here, this is the nucleus. This is the nucleolus. This is the rough endoplasmic reticulum. Endoplasmic reticulum, and except this, there is a presence of smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Except these, there is a presence of certain powerhouse of the cells, that is the mitochondria. these are the mitochondria, which is double membrane bound, okay, which synthesizes the energy in the form of ATP, okay. So that is the mitochondria. Except these, there will be presence of certain spherical structures or vesicles around these or in the cytoplasm, that are the ribosomes, and as well as there is a presence of reticular structure which are stacked parallelly, which are known as the Golgi Complex. Except these, one more very important point or very important cell organelle in the plant cell is that is the chloroplast, which you will found in the cells of the leaves, okay, mesophile cells of the leaves, by which it's going to synthesize a pigment, that is the chlorophyll pigment, by which the color of the leaves are green in color. So see here what it is, how it will be. Here I will draw. This is also one of the double membrane bound cell organelle. What it is? This we can call it as the chloroplast. Okay, and all over there is a presence of a fluid matrix. What is that fluid matrix? Is known as this fluid matrix is known as the and certain lysosomes will be present. These are the lysosomes, and there will be presence of cytoplasm. Okay, so the next here you can see there is a presence of certain other plastids such as chloroplast. Some other plastids are also present for like this. This is the amyloplast. This amyloplast, chloroplast, food vacuole, you can see only in the plant cell, not in the animal cell. Okay. Except this, there will be presence of a vacuole membrane. A membrane which is surrounding the vacuole, and this membrane is known as the vacuole membrane, or one more name for this membrane is a tonoplast. What it is? That is the tonoplast. Okay, so see here in this, what we call in the plant cell, there is a presence of cytoplasm which is similar to the animal cell, in which all the metabolic activities are going to take place. Except that one, there is a presence of nucleus, in which there is a presence of genetic material which is enveloped by the nuclear membrane, on which there is a presence of a reticular network structure which is in the form of tubules, that is known as the endoplasmic reticulum. This endoplasmic reticulum are of two types. What are that types? That is the rough endoplasmic reticulum, and one more, that is the smooth endoplasmic reticulum. On the surface of the endoplasmic reticulum, if there is a presence of ribosomes, then it is known as the rough endoplasmic reticulum. Okay. If there is an absence of ribosomes on the surface, then it is known as the smooth endoplasmic reticulum, and whatever the ribosomes which are present in the cytoplasm or on the surface of endoplasmic reticulum, they are mainly meant for the synthesis of proteins. Okay. Except that there is a presence of plastids. What are the plastids? Means that is a chloroplast and amyloplast. Okay. Then except this, there is a presence of lysosomes which secretes the hydrolytic enzyme, and ribosomes are also present in the, what we call, that is in the cytoplasm. Okay, so this is about what? Plant cell and the structure of plant cell and the animal cell. We had seen the main differences. First difference, that is the presence of cell wall in the plant cell, absence of cell wall in the animal cell. Presence of plastids in the plant cell, absence of these plastids in the animal cell. Okay, like this many differences we had already studied. There is a presence of nucleus at the peripheral region in the plant cell, but in the animal cell that is located at the center. Okay, so this is about the plant cell and the animal cell. In the next class, we will discuss about the what we call, that is the plasma membrane, the structure of plasma membrane or the cell membrane. Okay, thank you. Tomorrow we will continue with the next class, that is the cell membrane.